É isso aí, pessoal. Sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais um QCE Podcast. Para você do Brasil e do mundo que está conectado com a gente, não se esqueça de ir lá no nosso canal, de vir aqui no nosso canal, curtir, compartilhar, se inscrever, que é muito importante a sua participação com a gente, tá bom? Hoje vamos fazer um trabalho aqui de utilidade pública, em que a gente está trazendo um advogado especialista em acidente de trabalho, acidente de carro, e que vai falar para vocês, que vai auxiliar vocês com tudo que vocês precisam para ter um melhor atendimento e o melhor serviços para brasileiros e para americanos de qualquer lugar dos Estados Unidos, tá bom? Então, fiquem ligados. Lembrando também que a gente tem um canal de cortes que se chama Cortes do QCE Podcast. Você pode ir lá assistir esta e outros bate-papos, os cortes e as pílulas desses bate-papos lá. Então, não se esqueça de participar. E vai também nos nossos canais do Instagram, REGIH Gonzaga no Instagram, VITOR Filmes, como é que fala isso, né?
VITOR Lima FM.
VITOR Lima FM no Instagram e também a QCE Podcast no Instagram, não deixa de seguir a gente. Eu quero, antes de mais nada, I want to say thank you, Dr. Robert, to coming.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
I'm honored to be here.
My pleasure. O nome dele é muito difícil de dizer, tá, gente? É Robert VETCHTEIN.
It's perfectly said.
It's correct?
Yeah, perfect.
E aqui, gente, na ligação simultânea, a gente tem a Luana. Luana, uma boa tarde para você.
Boa tarde, obrigada por nos receber.
É um prazer. E a Luana vai fazer a transmissão, vai fazer a tradução simultânea aqui. Na medida que a gente tiver alguma dificuldade em nos comunicarmos, ela vai estar aqui auxiliando e também vai traduzir o que o doutor falar para vocês em português, tá bom, gente? Então, sejam todos bem-vindos e não esqueçam, curta, compartilhe e se inscreva no canal. Ok, we will start. Vamos começar esse bate-papo. Eu queria saber um pouco mais de você. Eu te perguntei aqui agora há pouco como você se conectou à comunidade brasileira. Pode falar, Lu.
He would like to know a little bit more about yourself, how you started connecting with the Brazilian community.
Okay, wonderful. First, thanks for having me here. I heard a lot of great things about your podcast, so I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
My pleasure.
My name is Robert VETCHTEIN. I specialize in personal injury, traffic accidents. Great question. How is this American guy connected to the Brazilian community?
Yeah.
Well, it all started when I met my second wife, Dr. Viviane Stein. She's a dentist in Laguna Beach. So we were married together for 5 years. We're still great friends. She helped me raise my kids. And through her, I mean, I hear Portuguese all day long. We eat Portuguese food. We go to, Brazilian parties, and we meet so many wonderful people. And I got to travel Brazil, Caxias, Rio.
Wow.
I love the music, some good bossa nova, and where else did I go? São Luís, all the way to the north.
It's beautiful too.
Yeah, so that's how I got connected. Just the people, the culture. Most importantly, I love the food.
Wow, the food is good. Pode falar, Luana.
Primeiramente, ele gostaria de agradecer pela oportunidade de fazer parte do seu podcast. Ele ouviu coisas incríveis sobre você e o seu canal. E ele disse que a maneira que ele se conectou com a comunidade brasileira foi através da segunda esposa dele, a doutora Viviane Stein. Ela é uma dentista que está em Laguna Beach, aqui na Califórnia. Ela foi parte da criação das filhas dele, ela sempre esteve na volta, falando português, eles viajaram para o Brasil, restaurantes brasileiros e coisas assim. E foi assim que ele começou a se conectar com a comunidade, com o pessoal da língua portuguesa.
Nice, really nice.
Yeah.
And the food is the thing that you really like there.
There's things that I like a little more, but yeah. And the food's amazing, some good picanha, and there's so much I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Yeah, but
everybody talking about
probably my favorite cuisine.
Great. It's good to hear that.
Yeah.
A comida brasileira é uma das preferidas dele. Ele ama picanha e ele disse que ele gostaria de comer uma agora mesmo, que está até com água na boca.
If I knew that before, I have picanha in my fridge. It was just prepared for you. But
there it is, man. I never leave. I'll move in here.
Right. Okay, you're talking about the first time about your specialization, but talk a little more about that. Your experiences in handed cases. It's just about the car or job accidents too.
Job accidents is a whole different set of law.
Okay.
Well, we do have somebody that we will refer our clients to that just it's called workers' compensation.
A questão da parte de trabalho, se alguém sofreu algum acidente que esteja relacionado, ele tem alguém que é incrível para referir para vocês e ele pode sempre tentar ajudar e guiar.
There is an exception. If you are a driver for Lyft, Uber, you're on the road working, right, as a driver, and you get into an accident, that is something we will handle.
Mas se por exemplo, você for motorista para Uber, Lyft, ou você estiver trabalhando e sofrer um acidente, nesse quesito ele poderá ajudar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people here in America, especially in California, live here, Brazilians.
Yes.
They are not documented.
Mm-hmm.
They feel a lot of scared about when happens something with them. They don't know what they have to do about an accident. You have some advice or something special to say?
It's a great topic, and it comes up a lot. Your immigration status.
Just a second. Você pode traduzir, por favor?
Claro. A pergunta que foi feita é que muitos dos brasileiros que estão aqui na Califórnia, nos Estados Unidos, não têm a documentação adquirida para trabalho ou visto, green card. Isso poderia afetar no processo?
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with your immigration status. You're still entitled to compensation, and the laws of injury applies to you. So you have nothing to worry about whether you're documented or not.
O seu status de imigração não tem interferência alguma com o seu processo. Você pode ficar tranquilo que não terá nenhum problema.
Yeah, because most of the Brazilians live here is undocumented. They don't have documents. They feel scared about everything about this because they don't speak English and they have no documents, and I always worry about the immigration ICE. The name ICE is here is like
it's everybody like gets scared.
And then they have a right. Is in America, if something happened, they can have support.
100% support. In fact, I have a video that I did on my Instagram that talks about that assures people that your immigration status has nothing to do with your personal injury case.
It's really nice.
Muitos dos brasileiros que estão aqui não têm a documentação necessária de imigração, mas não precisam se preocupar com o Dr. Robert. Vocês estão em boas mãos e vocês podem, inclusive, assistir no Instagram dele, que é VETCHTEIN LAW BR, onde ele fala um vídeo explicando do processo com o caso desse exemplo, que não precisará de nenhum status de imigração que esteja adequado.
It's another question about this. When the accidents happen, everybody believe then when they have an accident and they don't have documents in America, they can provide their documents after something really bad happened with them. This kind of situation is really true?
Yeah, so there is, I'm not an immigration attorney, but if you're badly injured, there are a certain type of visas that allow you to stay here so that you can continue your medical treatment. And in fact, sometimes it allows you a longer status to stay. I don't know those specific laws. That's an immigration law question, but it is right. That's correct.
Thank you.
Se você sofrer um acidente aqui nos Estados Unidos, esse acidente pode influenciar ou te ajudar a conseguir um status de imigração diferente? Pode sim, mas seria uma pergunta mais adequada para um advogado de imigração, pois depende muito do caso, mas isso pode sim te ajudar a que você continue no país, faça o tratamento adequado.
Okay. What should I do if other drivers transcript causes me to be offered compensation? Like,
Great question. You know, if somebody tries to get out and tell you, hey, let me give you some money to make this whole thing go away, absolutely do not do that, because you are going to be depriving yourself from certain rights that you're entitled to.
Se alguém perguntar para você depois de um acidente, posso te oferecer um valor para a gente deixar que tudo fique por isso mesmo? Não aceite, não é uma boa opção, porque estará deprivando você de receber o que você tem direito.
Yeah, this happens sometimes.
A lot of times, and they're you're going to be depriving yourself of an entire process that, from pain and suffering, from emotional distress, you'll be deprived of a settlement.
I see. Yeah, I have some friends who happened these kind of things before, and then they have accident. The people say, no, okay, I give you money. But sometimes it happen like they said, I will give you some money. We can set up everything here, but they disappear.
Yeah.
They don't have money. They don't, in that
Always take a photo of the license plate. Take a photo of their registration, driver's license, and insurance card. And then call your attorney as soon as possible. Give us a call, and we'll start opening up a case and investigating everything.
And how would you deal with the situation if the driver who consumed did not have insurance?
Okay, wow, such a great question. Like,
Thank you.
I feel like I'm talking to another,
Oh no,
like you've been in the business.
I just prepared
as an attorney.
I just prepared to.
Awesome. So, when you purchase your insurance policy, there's something called uninsured motorist. If you get into an accident with somebody who carries no insurance, that policy that you got is going to cover you the same way it would going after the other party. So you can still get compensation through your own insurance with no fault to you.
Nice.
A questão é a seguinte: vamos dizer, você sofre um acidente e a pessoa que causou o acidente não possui nenhum seguro. O que vai acontecer? Bom, é sempre muito importante que quando você contrate alguns serviços de seguradora, que você sempre procure por, se chama uninsured motorist. O que é? Que quando a pessoa que bateu em você, a culpada do acidente, não possui seguro, você tem na sua policy que irá cobrir no caso se essa outra pessoa tivesse seguro. Então não importa se essa pessoa não tinha nada que fosse cobrir você.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have it.
Yeah. Let me see the next question.
Just a question. There's any section we can add in our insurance, like to uninsured motorist?
Yes. So when you call in, ask for full coverage, but make sure specifically ask if they added uninsured motorists. So yes, as soon as you get your regular insurance, ask for uninsured motorist.
Então, sempre que vocês pegarem seguro, tenha certeza que tem cobrimento completo, mas que também tem o que se chama uninsured motorist.
Okay. What are the legal deadlines for filing a claim for personal injury in case of an accident?
Very, very important question. So remember, if you're involved in an accident with a private party, you have 2 years to file a lawsuit. If you don't, you lose your rights forever. If it's a government entity, you have 6 months to file a claim. If you don't, you lose that right. So make sure you call the attorney right away, and we'll be able to advise you of your time limitations.
Yeah.
Qual é o tempo que você tem para abrir um caso, para dar início a um processo desde a data de onde o acidente aconteceu? É de 2 anos, mas nós sempre recomendamos que ligue para um advogado e ele pode te guiar no processo.
Okay, what is this process I must follow And no, just a moment. The question is, qual o processo que eu devo seguir para entrar com uma ação de danos pessoais? Okay. Yeah, that's the question. What is the process that I must follow to file a personal injury claim in the event of an accident?
Okay, so the process is when you contact our office, we're going to gather all the information that pertains to your case. We then open up a claim with the insurance company of the other party. We don't file a lawsuit right away. We open up a claim.
Okay.
Okay?
Primeiramente, nós vamos contratar pelo nosso escritório, pegar todas as informações necessárias. E então, nós vamos abrir um claim com a seguradora.
You then are going to treat with a doctor for your injuries. Once you're done treating for your injuries, and we know you're 100% okay, we then submit your case for settlement and ask for monetary compensation.
Então, nós vamos iniciar o tratamento com os nossos doutores. Quando você estiver 100%, nós vamos submeter o caso para encerramento.
Now, if for any reason they deny your case because they're trying to blame you that you're at fault, or if they don't offer enough money, we then file a lawsuit within that 2 years.
Então, se por algum motivo eles negarem o caso e disserem que, vamos dizer, o acidente foi sua culpa, então a gente abre um processo mesmo que a gente tem até 2 anos.
Yeah, that's the case. This is my next question. Under what circumstances can an agree be reached before going to trial?
Sure. Well, when they look at when they try to decide what your case is worth, the first thing they try to look at is if you're at fault. Yeah, are you at fault, right? And then in California, it's not who's at fault 100%. You could be 50-50, you could be 70-30. You decide on the percentage of fault. Then based on that, you start negotiating. 98% of our cases settle without having to go to court.
O parâmetro que as seguradoras usam para dizer se eles vão aceitar o caso ou não, aqui na Califórnia não existe 100% errado e 100% certo. Pode ser 50%, 58%, que você esteja correto. Então, a gente faz a negociação a partir dali. 98% dos nossos casos nós conseguimos resolver sem precisar ir a julgamento.
Okay, if I decided to be your client, right? How will you communicate with you between me and you in the office through the process?
Excellent. So we have interpreters. We have a case manager. So we have about 3 people on staff that speaks Portuguese. So the communication is really easy.
Se vocês decidirem ser nossos clientes, como que nós iríamos nos comunicarmos? Primeiramente, nós temos um time que fala português. Nós temos 3 pessoas no nosso escritório que estão disponíveis para falar a nossa língua. Nós temos atendimento 24 horas, 7 dias na semana, que vão estar ali para ajudar e fazer as traduções necessárias.
And they're specifically assigned to the Brazilian cases. So communication's never an issue. They have everybody's cell phone numbers. They can call anytime. We make it more of a, like a family, a friendship relationship versus something very stuffy and arrogant.
Nós fazemos mais do que como se a gente estivesse tratando dos nossos clientes como família. Não tem nada de arrogância. Nós estamos aqui para comunicarmos e fazermos o processo fácil para os nossos clientes brasileiros.
Yeah, it's important you say something like that because all the time I saw in the Instagram your how I speak this in English propaganda. How I speak this? Advertising. Yeah, you're advertising all the time. It's in the Instagram and Facebook, You know, everybody, and you say, we speak Portuguese, we have Portuguese, and have a lot of good team like Giselle. Giselle works with you.
Giselle, Luana.
Luana.
She's not just an interpreter, but she's also a case manager.
Oh, nice. See?
Yeah, and then we always have backup, so the language is never an issue. And, you know, thank you. We feel honored that you've actually, you know.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Take a look at us. Thank you.
Yeah. And
I have a question. How
Okay,
can
go
someone like choose the right lawyer to represent them in a car accident case? How can we like you?
Great question. You got to look at experience. You got to look at the reviews. You got to look at the testimonials. Some people, when they call, and that applies to all the markets, doesn't matter where you're from. Sometimes they'll call and the first thing they'll ask is what you charge. Couple of things. One, you got to remember that everything, for example, in personal injuries on a contingency basis. What that means is that we don't even get paid unless we win the case. So you have nothing to lose by obtaining us.
Como escolher bom advogado para acidentes como esse? O Dr. Robert recomenda que sempre olhe e veja as experiências do advogado, veja os reviews, olhe no site e coisas assim. É muito importante que você saiba com quem você está trabalhando. E outra questão também é que se, no caso, a não ser que o cliente receba o dinheiro dele, o advogado não recebe. Então, sempre o caso é finalizado quando o nosso cliente recebe o dinheiro dele. Porque uma das perguntas que sempre vem, primeiramente, é quanto que você cobra? Então, o valor que o advogado recebe é referente ao final do processo.
That's a good one.
Just one more quick thing. You know, another thing, just it applies to everything in life. You know, sometimes when you look, I mean, the fees are pretty much standard, right? They're 33%. But sometimes you'll have somebody call, and not, again, with any community, and try to bargain the fees. You got to remember, you're looking for quality, right? So if somebody out there is going to tell you, I'll do it for whatever price, whatever it is, and lowball it, then you got to be careful. You know, somebody reputable who knows what they're doing, the fees are standard. No one's going to overcharge you.
As taxas do advogado são praticamente sempre as mesmas, que é de 33%. Uma das coisas que todo mundo deve ter muita precaução é, por exemplo, você liga para um advogado e ele já começa a tentar negociar, dizer que ele vai fazer por um valor mais baixo. Você deve sempre ter muito cuidado, porque você quer ter certeza que você está trabalhando com alguém sério e que vai lutar por você, que não está apenas tentando fazer um negócio.
Yeah, price is not everything.
Price is not everything. And at the same time, no one's getting overcharged. I mean, that's the standard fees in the industry. And you never have to come out of pocket unless we win the case.
E ninguém estará sendo cobrado mais do que deve, porque é baseado numa taxa. Então, você não precisa se preocupar em relação a isso.
How long do you work with your specialization, make this specialization specifically?
Just over 20 years.
Oh,
21
years.
or 21 going on 22.
Yeah, you have a lot of curious cases happen in these 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it, something funny or something like sad.
Okay, so the sad ones, there are a lot. There's a lot of sad. There's probably more sad cases than there are funny.
Oh.
O Dr. Robert tem trabalhado nessa indústria faz mais de 20 anos. E nós estamos tentando falar agora sobre alguns casos, casos que foram felizes ou tristes. Tem muito mais tristes do que felizes, infelizmente.
You know, there's some of those cases where somebody's end up getting injured for life in a wheelchair. There's wrongful death cases. So, you're not just dealing with the client, you're dealing with the family. And it's very, very emotional. And those are very tough cases on a personal level. But, that's something that's part of what we do. And the most recent case is a motorcycle case where the individual was badly injured, and that case is very close to heart.
Oh.
Infelizmente, os acidentes mais difíceis são onde os nossos clientes são muito, muito prejudicados, não só fisicamente, mas emocionalmente, pois a gente não está lidando apenas com uma pessoa, tem toda uma família, tem toda uma história por trás disso. E um dos acidentes recentes foi um acidente de moto, onde nosso cliente ficou e está muito machucado, e ele sente que esse acidente foi muito difícil porque ele está muito próximo do cliente e é muito difícil para ele também ter que lidar com essa situação e não poder ajudar ele mais do que a não ser como o advogado dele. Ele está ali perto dele, então ele está sofrendo com ele de ver a situação que ele está.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Speaking of funny ones, I mean, none of them are really funny because everybody gets injured, but I see where you're going with that. I'll give you an example. We had a case where the party at fault was drunk when the accident happened. That's very serious. But we had a video when he was being tested for alcohol, and you know, if you watch these guys walk like zombies, you get a lot of those. You know, people are taking the test or falling on their face, and these are some of the people that we're going after. I mean, you know, it's difficult not to laugh at it.
E agora falando sobre os engraçados, normalmente eles são tristes, mas sempre tem alguma coisa que a gente possa achar para fazer engraçado em alguns dos casos. Por exemplo, é um dos nossos clientes, a pessoa que bateu nele estava bêbada. E então tem um vídeo dessa pessoa tentando caminhar numa linha reta e eles estão caindo com o rosto no chão e às vezes pode ser que seja engraçado. Então, isso é o que ele quis dizer.
Yeah, videos is great entertainment. If they're funny, if they're not tragic, you could, yeah. We'll put them on the big screen in the office and review them.
Se eles não são trágicos, eles são engraçados.
Yeah, I have one friend. Just one second, okay? I have one friend. He sorry, it's not funny, but it's like different. I cannot talking about his name, of course, but he actually driving in the 405, and he slept, and so something happened in the car. He slept, and he caused an accident. Yeah. But he don't speak really good English. He crashed in one. He crashed in one. I speak Lamborghini.
Oh wow!
And then he's involved in another car. But the guy in the Lamborghini maybe made some mistakes, or I don't know. But this guy got it to make the reverse everything. Like the guy in the Lamborghini, like he thought he caused the accident, but my friends know it's not him. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to say, my friends caused the accident. He has a Prius.
Right. He fell asleep.
He fell asleep, and then he caused an accident. But for some reason, the guy in the Lamborghini thought that he caused that accident.
That he was his own mistake.
And then he was his own mistake, and then he paid for everything.
Well, your friend is very lucky.
Right?
He's very lucky because, you know, paying for a Lamborghini, I mean, that could be 2 years worth of salary. I told him. He's that's actually the first time I hear of such a lucky guy. That's probably the luckiest guy I've heard about in 20 years.
Luana,
Sim.
if my English was bad, you don't understand, I can speak this in Portuguese.
No, you did great.
No, I completely understood. It was amazing. A gente estava comentando sobre uma história que foi muito engraçada, que aconteceu com um amigo. Ele estava dirigindo um Prius na 405, que é na freeway aqui, e tinha uma Lamborghini na frente dele. E o amigo dele que estava no Prius dormiu no carro, alguma coisa, ele bateu na Lamborghini, mas a Lamborghini achou que ele que tinha feito alguma coisa errada porque ele bateu no carro que estava na frente dele. Então acabou que a Lamborghini pagou pelo separo do carro do Prius.
For his car?
Yeah. For a whole car dealership.
This is I told him you were so freaking lucky guy because You know what I mean? The Prius cover Lamborghini like don't match. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
It was-
right. It's yeah.
Right.
You want a lottery
foi
ticket
muito
getting off of
sortudo.
this.
Do you have any situation where you see like that your customer is it completely wrong and you had to work to reverse the situation? Like,
Yeah. I mean, we get very tough cases. Police reports a lot of time find our clients at fault, but you got to look around the statements, the evidence, who says what to the police officer. So a lot of times we're able to change the situation completely around, and that has nothing to do with luck. That's knowledge and work.
Yeah.
Acontece onde o seu cliente é completamente culpado no acidente e você ainda assim consegue representá-lo, acontece sim, porque a gente precisa investigar, ver o que foi que aconteceu, quem foram as testemunhas, o que pode ser feito. E aí então é que onde entra o conhecimento e a experiência.
Those are my favorite cases because there's nothing like somebody coming to you with help. Hey, police is finding me at fault. Everybody's coming after me. And that's just the best feeling to deliver the client good news at the end.
Esses são os casos favoritos dele, porque ele disse que não tem nada que seja igual aonde a pessoa vem para você e diz: a polícia está atrás de mim, eu estou tendo problemas com esse caso, eu preciso de ajuda. E ele consegue reverter o reporte policial e botar o jogo a favor do seu cliente.
Normal people don't know about it. Like they confuse about the law and the fact.
Yes.
The fact in your mind is
Versus what the
one
law
thing
is.
versus
Yeah.
of the law. You use the law. Whatever happened there,
Right.
the law is gonna make the things work
Right.
or not,
We
right?
take the facts. Excellent question. We take the facts and we apply to the law in our client's most favorable light.
Muitas pessoas ficam com medo dos fatos que aconteceram, mas eles não podem se esquecer que tem a lei. E isso é o que o Dr. Robert vai ajudar, a mudar os fatos para a lei.
Yeah, exactly. I watch a lot of Suits.
Ah,
That's why I know.
you learn a lot from that for sure.
Right? We're not talking about just like good things now. That show is specifically, a lot of things that happen there is really true, like about the law, not about the cases specifically. Like they turn around everything to find like little situation in the law to.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
You gotta find that little thing that can help turn a situation around. The law is a very gray area. It's a gray area, and your job as a lawyer is to get it out of that gray area and show why your client is not at fault or whatever it is that you're trying to do that's most favorable to you.
E como aparece nesses reality shows que falam de leis, coisas assim, é possível mesmo que você consiga mudar essa situação? E sim, é possível. A gente une os fatos com a lei e então consegue reverter a favor dos nossos clientes.
There's a lot of manipulation of the law, but as long as you don't break it as an attorney, that's your job. You know?
Yep.
Tem muita manipulação que é feita, mas se você seguir a lei, se você seguir os passos como um advogado, não tem problema.
The one thing that I really like in the American law, like, is how it works. If one case happen now for all the courts is new thing, you can use something that happened like in the 80s and the 70s to make the comparison
Yes.
and use that law to convince the judge
Yes.
to make everything right.
In fact, that's something we have to use, right? So when we go to court or there's any argument, there's not only law, but you go to case law. It's called precedents. So sometimes you can't find the exact law, right? And that's when you use the precedents, the case law.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's take a look here. When we file motions with the court, and we don't have specific law to argue. We're going to list 10, as many cases as we can, of judges coming to a decision on this type of situation.
Uma das coisas muito legais aqui dos Estados Unidos é que com as leis você pode voltar no tempo e falar coisas que aconteceram no passado. Então, essa é uma das situações que acontece muito aqui.
E pode usar isso, né?
Isso, correto. Pode ser trazido, pode ser adicionado ao tribunal.
Como um precedente.
Yeah, and we call it case law precedent. Yeah.
Uhum. Okay, yeah. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, just waiting for it. What was the hardest case you had to deal with?
Oof. God, there's so many of them.
Yeah, we can do like we can talk about it recently ones or
recent case. God, that's such a great question. I face these ones that pop at you every single day, and you're just looking at the report and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? But I'm going to tell you about a good one specifically right now.
Você poderia nos falar sobre um acidente difícil que aconteceu? Pode ser um que foi recentemente. E o Dr. Robert comentou que tem muitos que acontecem que são muito difíceis, mas ele vai tentar dar uma opção para nós que recentemente aconteceu.
So we had a case where the client was found at fault for making a left-hand turn. And in California, anytime you make a left-hand turn, you have to wait for the other cars.
Yeah.
So he was making the left-hand turn. Supposedly, he caused the accident. And then I'm going to quickly tell you right now how we went around that.
Foi de um cliente que ele estava dobrando para a mão da esquerda. E na Califórnia, se você vai fazer esse cruzamento, você precisa esperar para que os outros carros passem.
So after about 2 months of intense investigation, my investigator ran around the entire neighborhood, knocked on doors one by one to try to find footage on this accident, and we were able to find it.
Depois de 2 meses de investigações intensas, onde o nosso investigador estava buscando por informações, vídeos, fotos nas casas, dirigindo por tudo, ele conseguiu uma informação que pudesse mudar o caso.
And we were able to show that a couple of cars actually stopped for our client to make the left-hand turn. And if you have a couple of people stop for you to make a left-hand turn,
Mm-hmm.
the party coming the opposite way needs to recognize that. And they didn't. And they went straight into our client.
Wow.
No vídeo que nós conseguimos mostrar que 2 dos carros que estavam vindo na direção do nosso cliente, eles pararam para que então ele pudesse virar à esquerda.
And
E esse outro carro que acabou batendo nele, ele não parou. Então, por esse motivo, nós conseguimos provar. Os 2 carros pararam e a pessoa que bateu no nosso cliente não parou.
And this case was very important to me because, again, the injuries were very strong. And the car that hit him was a commercial car, which means they had a big policy. So we had to turn it around. We had to do everything. So the footage definitely helped a lot, and that's, where the teamwork comes in. Not just having a good lawyer, having a good team, a good investigator. So that one was, we really thought we weren't going to be able to do much, but our investigation did well.
Esse caso foi bem complicado e ele ficou muito apegado a isso, porque o nosso cliente acabou se machucando bastante com essa questão e ele conseguiu ir atrás, ele conseguiu reverter e também a pessoa que bateu nele estava trabalhando no momento do acidente, o que significa que a pólice que ele tinha no carro era alta. Então ele tinha certeza que ele queria ir atrás desse caso.
Yeah, because it's a really good money too, right?
For the client.
for the client.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as a law firm, that's what we do for a living. We get compensated, and of course, as a business, we also need to profit, but our client always comes first, always.
E ele tinha certeza que ele queria ir atrás desse caso para o nosso cliente, pois, claro que a nossa firma faz a porcentagem, mas para o nosso cliente é sempre a nossa prioridade. O que o nosso cliente recebe é o que nos move.
In the case of the client is like pass out or something like that in the middle of the case, and then after that, what happened? For who is going this money? Or
Okay, so God forbid,
in case he is innocent, right?
Right. So you're saying that doing a case if somebody
Pass out.
passes away,
Passes
dies.
away. Sorry, pass away.
Yeah, dies.
My English
okay.
is in army, right?
No, you're doing great. I understood exactly what you're saying. So if that happens, then the family, the estate, the closest people, it goes by parents, then you got siblings, grandkids, they will have the rights to that case.
But in case of the people who's living here don't have a family here and is like illegal or something like that. What?
So again,
you can send this money for
right,
Brazil or for
so yeah, the immigration status, we have nothing to worry about, and the family in Brazil will be entitled to compensation for the loss of their loved ones.
O que iria acontecer se, por exemplo, um acidente acontece e a pessoa falece, né? A pessoa morreu quando o acidente aconteceu. A família irá receber, o status de imigração poderia interferir no caso? A família mais próxima da pessoa é quem irá ser beneficiada com o valor ou que seja relacionado ao acidente. O status de imigração não irá interferir.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's in the middle of the process. The guy is in the hospital and something happened and get worse and just died. Right. And then the family is living in Brazil. How this money is going to send to them? Because I think this is an important question because if somebody live here just by themselves, they need to know.
Nobody, right? And that's where we come in, and that's where we help. It's not just winning the case; it's making sure that everything gets finalized properly.
Por exemplo, o acidente aconteceu e acaba que a pessoa estava no hospital e faleceu. Essa é uma questão que é muito preocupante, porque vamos dizer, a pessoa estava aqui sozinha, a família está toda de volta no Brasil. Como que isso iria se resolver, né? Então, é aí então que o Dr. Robert entra na ação e irá conseguir ajudar a família, ou seja, quem for.
Also, sometimes clients have to, leave to Brazil in the middle of the case. Something goes wrong or whatever reason they have to leave. We still handle the case, and obviously we're in touch with our clients. And we still conclude the case without them having to be here.
Outra coisa é que o que pode acontecer, às vezes nós temos um processo que esteja aberto e o nosso cliente precisa voltar ao Brasil, alguma coisa aconteceu, eles precisam ir viajar de volta. Então, essa é uma questão que não precisa se preocupar também, pois nós estamos aqui, nós vamos estar nos comunicando com os nossos clientes e os representando independentemente do que acontecer.
So I'm not sure if you can talking about, but can you talk a little bit how's the negotiation is done with the insurance to get like the fair value like for the case?
Great question. So it starts out with first thing is liability. Who's at fault?
Push
the
your
percentage.
microphone, please.
Yeah. So the first thing they'll look at is the percentage of liability. So let's say the other party is 100% at fault.
Como que funciona o processo de negociação com a seguradora? Você poderia nos dizer um pouquinho mais? O Dr. Robert comentou que sempre inicia a negociação dependendo da culpa. Quem é o culpado? Quanto por cento de culpa que essa pessoa tem no acidente?
The next thing they're going to look at is your injuries. And what they want to see is, did you do something about it, right? We can't just say we're injured. They're going to look and see what kind of injury. Did you go to the doctor? Was it something broken? Is it a basic injury? They look to see if you actually did something about it.
A segunda parte é que eles vão querer saber o quão você se machucou nesse acidente. Você fez o tratamento médico adequado, pois não adianta só dizer, o nosso cliente está muito machucado, mas a gente não consegue provar nenhuma evidência de que isso aconteceu.
And these injuries, they look at how severe they are, right? If the more severe the injuries are, the more value there is to the case. The less severe injuries, there's still value, but obviously it's not the same as somebody with, broken bones. But there's still compensation for everyone.
E o que eles vão analisar é o quão sérios esses danos de saúde que foram causados ao cliente. Foram ferimentos sérios, o que foi que aconteceu? Independente do grau de seriedade, se foi um acidente muito feio, ou se não foi um acidente tão ruim, sempre tem um caso, não importa o quanto. Claro que não é um caso que não foi tão sério, não será equivalente a um processo que foi seríssimo, onde o cliente está muito, muito machucado e prejudicado.
In case of the accident, of course this depends, but how is the amount compensation that I can receive determined?
Yeah, so they're going to look and see how bad is your injury, right? Somebody, God forbid, in a wheelchair, God forbid, it could be worth millions. It's worth millions of dollars. But another thing is, what is the insurance policy that the other guy has, right? We can only go after as much as his insurance is to begin with.
E agora falando a questão de valores, eu sei que cada caso é diferente, mas uma ideia de quanto que um caso vale, como é que seria? A primeira coisa que vai ser importante para essa decisão é quão machucado o cliente foi, quão prejudicado. E ali, então, a próxima questão que importa é a apólice do seguro da pessoa. Quanto de dinheiro que tem ali, quanto que a pessoa tem disponível para que, então, nós vamos atrás desse valor.
Now, let's assume the guy only has the bare minimum of $15,000 policy, but your case is worth so much more than that. The next thing we do is we do our investigation and see, does this guy have any assets? Does he own homes? Is there anything substantial that we can go after?
Agora vamos dizer, o seu caso foi muito sério e a pessoa que bateu em você, que causou o acidente, tem uma pólice baixíssima, vamos dizer, de $15,000. E o seu caso, só pelos seus machucados e tudo mais, você deveria ser recompensado muito mais do que isso. O que ele vai fazer? Ele irá atrás dos bens materiais dessa pessoa. Ele vai mandar um investigador para ver se a pessoa possui casa, carros, o que seja.
And now this is where the next step comes in, where you can protect yourself, and we spoke about that earlier, uninsured motorist.
Yeah.
So if this guy only had $15,000, and your case is worth, let's say,
50.
100,000.
100,000.
If your uninsured motorist is 100,000 or 200,000, you can get more money from your own insurance company at no fault to you. So it's always good to carry the highest amount of uninsured motorists, because whatever this guy doesn't have, we can get more through your own insurance.
E também nós, então, voltamos à questão de onde, se você possui seguro de carro ou de moto, e você tem o cobrimento onde se chama uninsured motorist, que cobre o outro motorista não ter seguro, nós também podemos ir atrás disso. E vamos dizer, você tem na sua pólice $100,000, $200,000, o que pode ser que o seu caso seja equivalente a isso. Então, nós também vamos atrás desse valor e você não tem culpa no caso, mas você ainda assim receberá da sua seguradora.
That's good.
Yeah. Uninsured motorists. I'm not an insurance agent, But if something happens to you and you come to me, I want to make sure you have the right insurance so I can represent you properly.
Ele não vende seguros, mas ele está dando uma dica para, se você adquirir seguro, tenha certeza que você tenha um bom, porque assim ele vai conseguir te ajudar o máximo possível.
Everybody needs to put the total loss in the car, right? Yeah,
Full coverage.
full coverage.
Full coverage
Total
insurance.
loss of the car when it's broken, Reginaldo.
Yeah,
Please, Reginaldo.
Yeah,
full coverage.
Full coverage as high as you can get it, as high as you can afford it.
What happened sorry.
Sempre adquira um seguro completo. Tentem pegar o máximo possível, o quanto você puder gastar, gaste no seu seguro, pois é sempre muito importante.
In case of the accidents happen with the civil, the normal person with the one government car, this works different too, or the insurance is how do it work?
Great question, because that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. The first thing is the time limitation. We have 6 months to file a claim.
Você poderia repetir a pergunta? Me desculpe.
How that works? If one normal person have an accident with the car, is it a government car?
Yeah. So we have to file the claim with
somebody in the government car
Right.
crashing the car,
Right.
Another person.
Exactly. So the first thing is we got to file a claim within 6 months, because it's a government car. It's not a 2-year against a regular person. 6 months to file a claim. And then everything else applies. The same thing you would have against a regular person, you will have against the government. But we have 6 months to file that claim.
Se uma pessoa se envolver em um acidente com carro do governo, eu não tenho certeza se eu consegui entender a pergunta correta.
Se um carro um carro do governo, um carro qualquer do estado ou federal, bater no outro carro ou atropelar uma pessoa civil.
Entendi. A resposta dele é de que você tem 6 meses para abrir um caso, um processo, se for o caso.
You have different kind of insurance for government or for person?
A lot of government entities, they are self-insured. So they have all the money in the world. They don't need insurance. They're self-insured.
Eles têm um seguro próprio, eles têm todo o dinheiro para fazerem o que eles querem.
That's good.
Yeah. So I was looking your website. It's just like to congratulate. It's very complete. Your website, and I saw the section who says dog bites.
Yes.
So how does that work? Like the owner responsibility and everything. How's that works? Like with accident with a dog.
Dog bite cases, very serious injuries, very serious and unpredictable. California, if you own a dog and your dog bites somebody, you're automatically at fault.
Oh, really?
Automatically. It doesn't matter, what you thought or, you were negligent, nothing. You're automatically at fault. If your dog bites anybody, even if you have a little poodle, and it's going to bite somebody, a guest in the house, you're automatically at fault.
Okay.
Uma das questões que estava no seu website é onde fala sobre mordidas de cachorro. Então, aqui na Califórnia, se você possui um cachorro e esse cachorro mordeu alguém, que seja um poodle, você tem culpa completa no que aconteceu.
Even if you had your dog on a leash.
Mesmo se o seu cachorro estiver na coleira.
So now, if you're a victim of a dog bite, the first thing we know is you automatically have a case.
Agora, se você foi a vítima de uma mordida de cachorro, a primeira coisa que nós sabemos é que você é a vítima de um caso.
Now let's remember, if you're out there, beating a dog with a stick or antagonizing him intentionally, then that law is not going to apply to you.
Mas se você intencionalmente estava incomodando o cachorro com alguma coisa, de alguma maneira, essa lei não vai aplicar para você.
Now here comes the best part. Where do you get the money from, right? There's no automobile insurance. What if this guy has no money, to go after? So what we do is we go after if So let's make it easy. If the dog owner owns a home and he has insurance for the home, the dog is covered under the home policy. So we go after the home insurance.
Okay. Makes sense.
E agora, de onde que vem esse dinheiro? Vamos ver, a pessoa não tem condições de me pagar ou alguma coisa do tipo. Se a pessoa tem uma casa e eles têm seguro na casa, esse cachorro vai estar na apólice do seguro deles. Então, aí é onde nós vamos atrás.
Normally, this kind of insurance is so big one, right?
Usually, yes. There's some low ones too, but if you're here in California, real estate's expensive. So if you have a good agent, he's going to give you a good policy, which makes that good for my client.
Aqui na Califórnia, imóveis são muito caros. Então, se você tem um agente bom de seguros, ele vai ajudar no caso.
That's good. This is good information because that happened before with friends that the dogs bite the guy and then they didn't do anything,
right?
Because they don't know about the law. Yeah. You know what I mean? And because we know. We know that here they protect a lot of animals, right? A lot of pets have protection, and then with something happened with the humans, they just thinking about no. I cannot do anything.
It's just a dog, right? That's what they think. But there's a lot of laws. I mean, if it's an animal bite, it's we call it strict liability. It's automatic.
Aqui nós temos muitas leis que protegem os animais. Então, muitas pessoas não estão cientes de que a lei ainda assim pode ajudá-los se eles foram afetados por uma mordida. E automaticamente eles são vítimas, sim.
Even if you were careful and you had your dog on a leash, doesn't make a difference. If he bites somebody, that's it.
Mesmo que o cachorro estivesse na coleira, se ele mordeu alguém, aí está o caso.
That's really good. Yeah, it's good to know. A lot of people don't know that. I'm sure a lot of people don't know that.
Good. I'm glad I was able to deliver a message today.
Yeah, we have a lot of...
I think it's a very common case when somebody is working for the delivery company and then they have to deliver a box or food and that house has a dog. So someone entered and the dog bite. Yeah. So it is the fault of the owner of this house or for like the delivery guy who's entered in that house? Like how is that works?
We were talking about this earlier, right?
Yeah. It's the fault of the owner. Okay,
Por exemplo, se delivery de pizza ou do correio entrou na casa da pessoa para deixar um pacote, alguma coisa, e o cachorro mordeu a pessoa. De quem que é a falta? A culpa da pessoa que entrou na casa ou da pessoa que tem o cachorro em casa e mordeu a pessoa.
Yes,
a culpa será de quem é o dono do cachorro.
See, it's foreseeable. You know, it's common that people come on your property, food delivery, mail guy, you know, somebody trying to sell you something. They, you know, if you have a dog, you gotta make sure they don't bite anyone that gets out. Unless it's somebody, you know, that's out there with a weapon, you know, trespasser, burglar. If your dog gets them, that's fine, because they're not an invited person.
Uma pessoa que está levando pacotes, alguma coisa assim à sua casa, ela está fazendo o trabalho dela. Ela não sabe que terá um cachorro lá que vai atacar e morder, seja o que for. Mas agora, vamos dizer, uma pessoa está invadindo a sua casa, está indo para roubar, então você não tem culpa se você tiver um cachorro e atacou essa pessoa, porque não era previsível que essa pessoa estaria vindo na sua casa.
Yeah, I was making this question about somebody entering the house just to try to steal you or something like that. Yeah. Of course, the guy...
Have a good dog.
Right?
Have a good dog.
No caso, então, se alguma pessoa estivesse invadindo a sua residência e o seu cachorro mordeu ela, não, você não precisa se preocupar, pois essa pessoa não era bem-vinda na sua casa, ninguém sabia que ela estava vindo. Então, não, você não terá culpa se o seu cachorro mordeu essa pessoa.
Well, I'm talking about money again, 4 p.m., right?
You know what? I'm having so much fun here.
Yeah.
You want to
you're
roll?
fine?
Let's roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, when I'm talking
Awesome.
about like more relaxed now things.
Yeah.
You say you went in Brazil for some times.
Yeah.
And which place you like more in Brazil? Like,
You know something? They're all so unique, the different states. You know, Caxias was a little, you know, you had that like European vibe, but Rio was my favorite because that's, Caxias do Sul.
so
But my favorite was Rio. That represents Brazil. That represents
for
Brazil.
Americans, yeah.
Yeah, and I love jazz. I love samba and bossa nova. So I got to go to the cafe house where, Antonio Carlos Jobim. That's where he wrote the girl from Ipanema, or was it Gilberto? He was one of them.
João Gilberto.
That's who wrote it.
João
Right.
Gilberto.
That's who wrote it. It's been some time. I gotta stop listening to all that loud, techno music.
I know,
I still
I know.
feel like
So-
I'm a kid.
It's so classic and
Yeah,
relaxed.
Yeah. So it was Gilberto, and I got to sit on that same table where he wrote that song, where he saw that girl passing by, that he wrote the song after her.
Oh, this is goose.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they have his table there, and then it's also a great restaurant. And right across the street, there's a great jazz club, so Bossa Nova Jazz Club.
E agora um pouco mais de conversa pessoal. Você então esteve no Brasil, nos fale um pouco mais sobre o que você achou, o que você mais gostou do Brasil. E o Dr. Robert, um dos lugares preferidos dele é Caxias do Sul, que lembra muito da Europa, mas o lugar preferido que ele visitou foi o Rio de Janeiro. Ele gosta muito de jazz, bossa nova, e ele gostou muito de conhecer o Rio de Janeiro, e ele esteve na mesma mesa onde o Gilberto escreveu a música, e tem um clube de jazz logo do lado.
Yeah, but for having fun in Brazil, you have a lot of places like in Northwest Brazil is really good too. It's like Fortaleza.
I heard about it.
It's amazing. A lot of beautiful beaches there.
Yeah, I'm behind on my traveling, with work. But
And you have opportunity to go there.
I'm going to
come
take
back
a
there.
month off. I'm going to take a month off and just go explore the country.
If you like acai,
I do.
Yeah, I advise you to go in Amazonia, Manaus.
Okay.
Is the best acai in the world. Is there. It's like, because it's like natural acai. It's not like ice cream acai.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where's this now?
Manaus,
Manaus.
Amazonia.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of food, I love like from region to region, it's diverse. Like on the south, it's a lot more. You eat a lot of meat.
Yep.
And then as you get, Brazil, the mid Brazil, you got Rio. It's a combination. And then as you go more north, you got a lot of the, Afro-Brazilian.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of the great food, spicy. A whole different twist in it. That's actually my favorite. That's actually my favorite food. A lot of stews. I forgot God, I'm so bad. The Brazilian crowd's gonna hate me. What's that stew? The fish stew that is so amazing. It's a fish stew, and it's got some coconut in it and some spices. It's a well-known dish.
What is stew he's talking about, Luana?
Eu não sei. Eu sou do Sul.
It's a known dish. I forgot. It's a known dish from the north.
Is it in fish? If it's fish and coconut,
Ele
I know.
disse que tem
Yes.
peixe e
Yeah,
coco.
okay, it's
Moqueca.
moqueca.
Yes.
Moqueca.
Yes.
Moqueca.
I love that dish.
Yeah, I did
A
moqueca
northern
here
dish.
2 months ago.
Well, you
Yeah,
know what?
moqueca is really good one.
I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
You're ready. My door's open for you all the time.
Thank you so
whenever
much.
you want, just
Thank
come
you
in.
Very, very
We
honored.
drink
Thank
something
you.
or have a lot of things to drink here.
I know. This place rocks. I don't even want to leave. I just want to hang out here all day.
Right.
I love your place.
You can enjoy. Have a time.
E agora falando sobre a culinária, as praias do Brasil, o norte é muito lindo, mas também é incrível como a culinária muda do sul ao norte. No sul você tem muita carne, churrasco, e aí você vai para o norte e você tem a famosa muqueca, que é uma das receitas preferidas do Dr. Robert.
Moqueca is amazing. Yeah.
But feijoada is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Feijoada é a preferida.
Feijoada, for me, feijoada is special too because I'm from Minas. Minas have a lot of feijoada there.
It's known for that.
Yeah. Plus, feijoada is coming from my ancestrals back, right? And then we make a lot of feijoada in the life. I love feijoada. For me is like, wow.
The best one I had was when I was in San Luis. There was this older lady on the side of the road. She was making it on the side of the road and selling it.
Baianas.
Yeah, we pulled over and just ate there standing up. It was the tastiest, greatest experience.
That one is como é que chama as baianas fazem lá?
Acarajé.
Acarajé.
It's like with the shrimp and
acarajé.
Yes.
Yeah. This is from Bahia, and Bahia has a lot.
Amazing. That's what I love about Brazilian cuisine. It's so diverse. You want seafood, you get great seafood. You want,
That's true.
The gaucho stuff, you can get that. It's just great. It's so diverse, and the people, everything. It's great culture.
Uma das coisas preferidas deles sobre o Brasil é que você tem tantas opções. Se você quiser peixe, se você quiser carne, e uma das melhores lembranças que ele tem é de quando ele estava no norte e ele comprou um acarajé na rua. Tinha uma baiana fazendo e ele disse que era incrível, que foi muito, muito bom.
Yeah, acarajé is really good food. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's so like strong. You cannot eat too much.
Right. Very filling.
Yeah.
Very
After
filling.
that, you have in Brazil we call piriri. Piriri. I speak this in English for him. Like, the funny way, Luana.
Como?
Like diarrhea.
Oh no! Yeah.
If you eat a lot,
if you eat too much, you're finished. You're gonna spend your time on the toilet the rest of the day.
It's so bad. Yeah, I look in your last name. Mm-hmm. Your last name is from where?
VETCHTEIN. Okay, so that originates. My parents, they come from Ukraine.
Ukraine. Okay.
And back in the day, it was USSR, which was Russia. They controlled that whole area. And so it comes from like a German-Russian background.
E agora falando do sobrenome, VETCHTEIN, da onde que vem? Ele disse que originalmente veio da Ucrânia, mas que antigamente era controlado pela Rússia. E então tem raízes da Alemanha e da Rússia.
But my parents in 1973 left the Soviet Union or Russia and moved to Israel. So I grew up in Israel till I was 12, and then we came to California. So I'm an immigrant just like the immigrants I work with. I know exactly what they went through. My family went through all of it. So when I have somebody that comes here undocumented or lost or needs help, I know what they went through because I was there before.
Yeah.
E em 1973, os pais dele decidiram mudar para Israel. E então depois é que ele veio para aqui. Então, por isso que ele diz que ele se sente muito próximo dos clientes dele, onde, por exemplo, eles não têm documento de imigração, eles estão aqui tentando se virar, fazer o melhor que eles podem. Então, ele se sente muito próximo dos clientes por isso, porque ele já esteve nesse lugar. Ele sabe como é se mudar para um país diferente e ter que iniciar do zero.
Yeah. We came here with nothing. It was just me, my younger brother, my two parents, and everything was built from scratch. We came here wanting the American dream, just like everybody that comes from the Brazil. We all want the American dream.
Yeah.
If you believe the process, you follow the process, and you have a vision, nothing's going to stop you here.
I believe that too.
Eles vieram para cá com nada. Era só os pais, ele e o irmão dele. E eles queriam seguir o sonho americano. E se você vier para cá com uma visão, você seguir os passos que você precisa seguir, não tem como dar errado.
Yeah, it's complicated. Leaving you leave your country to come in for another country is so hard. Yeah, like the food, the culture, and everything. But if you have a vision and you really have a hard work here because you have to, right?
Vision, plan, and execution. Vision, plan, execution. That's my formula.
And consistency.
And consistency, right? You believe in something, you plan it out, and then you go for it.
Ele sempre pensa no ditado.
Hello?
Alô? Vocês estão ouvindo?
Estou ouvindo.
Oi. Ter a visão, ter o plano e a execução. E não tem como dar errado. Esse é o segredo do sucesso.
You know, you brought something up that was very interesting. You said when you come here, you know, you're scared. You don't know anything. The food is different. I remember when we came here in '84, I was 12 years old. I remember the first time we went just from the airport to have a hamburger. And I saw people eating French fries with their hands. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, wait, Mom, there's people eating with their hands. What's going on there? And, you know, I'm just eating with a fork and a knife. And that was like the most exciting thing for me. I'm like, wow, I can eat with my hands. This is great. One of the little things I remember, the first thing I remember landing off the plane.
E ele disse que também que ele sabe como é quando a gente se muda para um país diferente, onde a comida é diferente. E uma das lembranças que ele tem, uma das primeiras lembranças que ele tem de quando ele se mudou para cá, é que ele estava num restaurante e ele viu uma pessoa comendo batata frita com as mãos e ele tinha o garfo e faca em mãos. Ele, nossa, mãe, olha que incrível. Ele achou demais que a pessoa estava comendo com as mãos.
I didn't know a single word in English, but I had my red Michael Jackson jacket. That's all I know. Not a word of English, but my red Michael Jackson was with me everywhere.
Ele...
The 80s, yeah.
E ele não falava inglês nenhum, mas ele amava o Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because Michael Jackson is like,
He was a star.
you don't have to understand him. You just need to love him because of the music, the style, the dance, and everything. No, but for me, I'm Brazilian, of course. I live in Brazil. I heard a lot of Whitney Houston, Michael Bolton, Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, Scorpions, a lot of music from everywhere.
From all over.
We have no idea what they're talking about, what they're singing about, but we love it.
The music's good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's all about the rhythm, you know? Like in samba, right? We got a great rhythm. It's one of a kind rhythm.
Yeah.
So when I, grew up listening it, because my dad's a musician, so that's how I got into the Brazilian jazz. I didn't understand the words, but I understood the rhythm. I understood the progression.
You understand the sound.
The sound, the feel.
Yeah.
Same thing.
No Brasil, a gente escuta as músicas em inglês, como Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. A gente não tem ideia do que eles estão cantando, mas a gente gosta do ritmo, da batida. E era assim que o Robert se sentia quando ele veio para cá e não falava inglês nenhum. Não entendia nada, mas ele sabia que ele gostava da música do Michael Jackson.
When you came here, you came with your family, your dad, your mom,
and my little brother.
Your little
4
brother.
years younger.
Okay, and how that works for you? Because of course you have a 12 years old. To learn English is not that hard if you get old.
When you're that young.
Yeah, when they're that young. But you talk more about the culture. What more things like this is about the French fries, the how to speak?
Right, the French fries.
Is fries is like strange. But talk more. What in the culture is make you feel strange too? Because it's like I believe it's a lot of things absolutely different in America, right? The freedom, the freedom.
Great question. The strength. So, as you come here, you start seeing things around you, And I'm not just talking about, money and material things, but it's a good thing, but that represents freedom. That you yourself can achieve anything you want.
In that age, specifically, money is not a problem for you.
No, but when I was 15 and you start, understanding things more and paying attention, watching somebody in a very nice car, somebody in a suit successful, comparison, you're like, wait, I can have that too. If I have a plan, if I have, the vision, plan, and execution, you can have that too. That's why they call it the land of opportunity. You can have anything you want if you put yourself to it.
Yep.
E agora falando, quando o Dr. Robert se mudou aqui para os Estados Unidos, ele tinha apenas 12 anos, mas como que foi o choque de cultura, né? O que ele estava pensando? E ele disse que quando ele veio para cá, com mais ou menos 15 anos, ele começou a notar, nossa, vejo essa pessoa dirigindo um carro incrível, no terno, eu posso ser assim também, eu posso conquistar isso, se eu sonhar e se eu lutar pelo que eu quero.
And the beautiful thing here, when I use the word success, it doesn't matter what you do. Do you have the freedom to be happy with what you do?
Yep.
That to me is success.
E quando ele fala de sucesso, não quer dizer quanto dinheiro você faz, quer dizer ou o que você faz. Quer dizer se você está feliz fazendo o que você faz. Se você está bem, feliz, isso que é sucesso.
Yeah, that's true. I believe that too. When did you decide to be a lawyer? Your first thought?
Well, I wanted to be either a lawyer or a doctor.
A lawyer.
Because the friends I grew up with, that's what their parents did. And I wanted what they had.
Which kind of
in
doctor?
A sense, I wanted their success. And that's the people I grew up with. And for what I was trying to achieve, I thought that was the best profession.
That's the goal, right? Yeah.
E quando você decidiu ser um advogado, era sempre isso que você tinha em mente? Como foi? Ele disse que crescendo ele sempre ou queria ser advogado ou ser médico, pois os pais, os amigos deles, a maioria deles eram advogados ou médicos e ele se inspirava neles, no sucesso deles. E ele sabia que seria um ou outro.
They were like role models.
Eles eram como modelos, era a inspiração deles.
But I'll tell you a funny story. Initially, I wanted to be a doctor. So when I went to college, all the classes I took were science classes. And the day I decided to change a major was the day I had to go dissect a cat. And when I went in there, and the smell that came out of the room, I didn't even finish the class. I walked out. I don't know what I was thinking. I just walked out, and then for 6 months I wasn't sure what I wanted to study.
Just imagine about the doctor, the magic.
I thought, it's no big deal, and I wish I took it from day one, but I went and I took it halfway through the semester, and I changed all my classes. That smell, I could smell it right now sitting here with you.
That could make you make the right decision after that, right?
Yeah, and then I decided to go to law school. I like to argue, and it was good. It was a good fit.
E agora uma história engraçada, que inicialmente, quando ele começou a faculdade, ele tinha decidido que ia ser médico, então ele estava tirando aulas de ciência, e o dia que ele decidiu que não era para ele, foi quando eles tinham uma aula que teriam que lidar com um gatinho morto, e ele disse que aí foi que ele falou, não dá, tô saindo daqui, era isso, já tô mudando. E ele disse que até hoje ele consegue sentir o cheiro do pobre gato.
Oh my gosh. This is to traumatize you.
It's trying to, I could smell it right now when I think about it.
Ele disse que só de falar ele consegue sentir o cheiro.
Right. That's good. It's good. Now you turn an amazing lawyer. Success, a lot of success here now.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you to choose our community to work with because it's so hard for someone don't speak our language and set up every your office to everybody work with us. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I'm honored. Thank you.
No, we are honored too.
Yeah. So we do everything to cater, and it's not just about an accident. You know, people call us for anything. Like, you're welcome to call us whatever question you have, even if it's personal.
Yeah.
We will help guide you. And if it's something that we can't do, we'll set you up with our other connections, no matter what it is. So don't just call us for an accident, obviously. Anything that's on your mind, call us. We'll guide you the right direction.
E outra coisa também é que você pode nos ligar com questões que vocês tenham que não estejam relacionadas ao acidente. Nos ligue, pergunte. Se você precisar de ajuda em algum outro tipo de lei, nós podemos te referir, nós podemos te guiar, nós estamos aqui. Então, sempre nos dê uma ligadinha que a gente vai estar sempre feliz de ajudar de coração.
Yeah, we're gonna put your front page here, your site, right?
That's our site.
Okay.
Yeah.
If vocês que estão no Brasil, everybody's in Brazil, just
look,
can call.
You can select the language.
Language?
Yeah.
See? You speak, I always make this question
translated.
too. In your office, do everybody speak Spanish too?
Yes.
Yeah?
Everybody speaks
Portuguese, Spanish, and
Portuguese.
English.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the best way to get a hold of us is on Instagram. So if you went to our Instagram page, VETCHTEIN LAW, BR. Okay, so go. That's my English division.
Mm-hmm.
So now go to VETCHTEIN LAW and add BR.
BR.
Add BR.
Vila BR.
And then you can messenger us. You know, we use WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of WhatsApp. There it is.
That's one. Okay.
That's the one. So you can messenger us there. And our numbers are all WhatsApp connected.
That's good.
So it all connects to WhatsApp.
It's good because everything is in Portuguese right there.
Yes, and when you call, you don't even have to ask for somebody to speak in Portuguese. This division is just for Brazilians.
Brazilians.
You call, and there's a Brazilian person on the phone ready to work your case and help you.
That's good.
And, every time I like to speak with my clients too, no matter who it is that calls. When you call with a question, my employee's going to get me on the phone. And I'm always going to have a conversation with the client.
Volta pouquinho, Vitor, por favor. Não, o telefone lá. Aí, deixa aí. Então, para vocês que estão... que se machucou em um acidente de carro, moto ou pedestre nos últimos anos, aqui na Califórnia, ele pode te ajudar. Você pode ligar no telefone 949-992-4425. Vou repetir, 949-992-4425. Você vai falar com a divisão em português, que é o pessoal que fala português lá. Então, vocês não precisam nem perguntar se fala português, viu, gente? Essa página especificamente é para os clientes brasileiros. Então, você pode entrar em contato que logo em seguida no WhatsApp, a pessoa que vai entrar em contato com você já vai estar falando português com você. The person is going to talking to these people immediately is going to speak Portuguese, right?
Yes. And not only that, they're going to get me on the phone too. Okay. So they're always going to speak to a lawyer, which is me. They're never just going to talk to anybody.
Ok. Pode falar, Luana.
E uma das coisas mais importantes também, o que faz os nossos serviços serem diferenciados, é que você vai entrar em contato com a nossa divisão brasileira e na mesma hora a gente vai estar adicionando o Dr. Robert na linha. Então você não vai estar apenas falando com uma firma, você vai estar falando com um advogado, tendo os conselhos diretamente dele e ele vai estar ali para você.
Okay. This is the VETCHTEIN Law Brazil.
Yes, VETCHTEIN Law BR.
BR.
Yeah.
You understand about Brazilian law too, or no?
I know it's based on. It's doesn't come from common law. If I know it's different.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's different. I cannot recall where it was developed from where.
I see.
It's not developed from common law, which is American. It's developed by it goes back to a different. It's different. Let's make it simple. It's different. It's different.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
It's totally different.
It's totally different. Let me tell you something.
Ah.
If I was in Brazil, there would be a lot of, at least some of the areas, I've seen, there's certain areas, there's a lot of potholes, things like that on the road, where if it was in the United States, there would be lawsuits all day long, and I disagree with the system to a certain extent, so in Brazil, they'll tell you, what are you doing walking into the hole? Move aside. Here it's a case, but if our laws applied in Brazil, there would be lawsuits left and right, for example. So it's good that your system works things a little differently.
E agora comparando a lei dos Estados Unidos e a lei no Brasil, se seria a mesma, se é diferente, como é? E um jeito de explicar, de tentar fazer isso mais fácil possível de entender, é que, por exemplo, vamos dizer, na freeway tem um monte de buraco, e aí no Brasil, se fosse funcionar que nem aqui, teria processo o tempo todo, onde aqui, se, por exemplo, alguma coisa acontecer, você pode ir atrás, você consegue dar início a um processo, mas no Brasil, infelizmente, não é assim que acontece. Então, ele diz que tem o lado bom daqui e tem o lado bom do Brasil.
Eu não sei como falar isso em inglês, mas porque no Brasil tem o detalhe da a lei pega e a lei não pega.
Sim. There's a funny quote that you say, like, the law gets you, but it doesn't get you. It
Brazil
doesn't
is
really
like
have
that.
I understand it.
way.
I understand it.
Yeah.
The law is there, but doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well said. I love that.
In Brazil, unfortunately, it's
It's
absolutely
different.
like that. Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing sometimes,
I don't believe it.
Depends on what situation.
Yeah,
No, I'm being sarcastic.
We need to change a lot of things in Brazil to make that law
To
law
make it
really
different.
works. Yeah, make like
Work for the people.
not just the politic things in the how to speak juridicamente e politicamente.
Desculpe?
Juridicamente e politicamente precisa mudar muita coisa para as leis funcionarem.
Mm-hmm. Law-wise and also political-wise, there's a lot of things that need to be changed.
Yeah. In a lot of countries too.
Yeah,
Same thing here.
Yeah, but he works way better than Brazil.
The
the law-
system-wise.
Oh yeah, the system-wise here is amazing. Like amazing when I compare, of course.
Yeah.
You can see the problem because you inside of this the law, right?
Yeah.
But in Brazil, because when I compare with everything that happened here and there, I say, like, he works. Then Brazil is not that much.
I see.
Unfortunately. But I hope one day we can have a better life in Brazil too.
Yeah, and it sounds like you advocate for it, so
Yeah, of course.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
E agora comparando novamente a lei do Brasil e aqui, aqui com certeza é muito mais adiante. As coisas funcionam normalmente muito mais rápido e mais fáceis. Então, nós estamos esperando que o Brasil tenha um futuro melhor nessa questão. Não só o Brasil, mas outros países também.
I would like to say thank you so much for coming. For me, was such a pleasure to receive you here, especially because I just speak English with my wife. You know what I mean? That's why my English is so bad. I don't.
It's great. It's great. I mean, we held the entire conversation in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for allowing me to carry the message to the Brazilian community. And again, I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I was thinking it is important for my community to have some support, right? Especially in this case, it's so hard. I'm worried, of course, everybody's legal here too, but I'm more worried about the people who's legal because they feel like scared of everything. They feel they don't have a rights or support to care about them. You know what I mean? But I would like to say, no, you have something to save you in a hard situation.
Yeah, and it can call me for anything. If I can help him with anything, I will do that. Not just because he had an accident.
Nice.
A comunidade brasileira precisa saber que não estão sozinhos aqui, não importa do seu status de imigração, nós estamos aqui para ajudar, vocês podem sempre me ligar com qualquer dúvida que eu vou sempre estar aqui.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Robert VETCHTEIN.
Perfectly. Like you've been saying it forever.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. E para você que está com a gente até agora, não se esqueça de curtir, compartilhar, se inscrever no canal, que é muito importante. Você vai curtir essas e outras cortes desse vídeo no canal de cortes do QCE Podcast, cortes do QCE Podcast e também algumas pílulas no nosso Instagram. Vai lá, QCE Podcast, Instagram /QCE Podcast. E também segue a gente nas nossas redes sociais. As redes sociais do Dr. Robert vão estar na descrição do vídeo, então você pode clicar lá e ir direto para as redes sociais do doutor, para que você entre em contato com a firma e você possa acessar todo esse conteúdo e poder tirar também as suas dúvidas. Eu quero também agradecer a Luana, que ficou com a gente aqui essa tarde. Luana, muito obrigado pelo seu apoio, pela sua ajuda, foi um prazer.
Muito obrigada a você, foi um prazer conversar e trocar, né, as ideias aqui do Brasil. Sempre bom falar de casa.
Eu que agradeço, muito obrigado mesmo. É bom saber que tem uma boa tradutora aqui, que sempre que a gente precisar, nós vamos solicitar você.
Nossa, então tá, vou ficar no aguardo.
Obrigado a Gisele também, a Gisele Gelinski Gisele, right?
She's awesome.
She's awesome. She's always helping us.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
She always help the Brazilian community too. With
wonderful.
She's good for advertising.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to show the job for the people here.
Right. She helps everybody build their dreams.
Yeah. E muito obrigado, Gisele, viu, pelo apoio, obrigado por tudo, tá? E é isso. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I see you next time. Bye.